Net migration just turned negative for the first time in 50 years as self-deportations swamp legal immigrants. By sheer coincidence, growth in blue-collar wages also just hit a 60-year record. Left-wing media, of course, is horrified with Bloomberg clutching pearls about employers having to pay living wages to legal workers. The migration news comes from the Washington Post, who blames the, quote, near total shutdown of the southern border and the loss of legal status for millions of third worlders Joe Biden imported so-called temporary protected status, along, of course, with the mass deportations that continue at the rate of thousands per day, with self-deportations running closer to 5,000 to 10,000 per day. The difference is stark. In Biden's 4 years, the Congressional Budget Office estimates we took in over 10 million net immigrants, as official numbers. In just 4 months, Trump is on track to turn that negative. The Post cites a pair of open borders economists fretting about companies not being able to hire workers. But to their credit, this is the new semi-based Washington Post after all. They also cite the fact that roughly 1 in 10 young Americans are neither employed nor in education. In other words, we have millions of excess workers. They're just not willing to do backbreaking work for minimum wage. Indeed, just last week, there was a fascinating raid at an Omaha food plant where ICE swept in and arrested 76 illegals, nearly half the workforce. Within 2 days, the company was flooded by job applications from Americans eager to apply for those jobs. They interviewed one American woman who just started the job because it paid much more than she used to make at a convenience store and construction flagger. Plus, she had health insurance for the first time in 20 years. A separate Wall Street Journal article reported another meatpacking plant near Omaha that's now offering $24.50 per hour with ergonomic workstations and no night shifts. Expect to see a lot more of this as ICE raids continue. One large study in California found the average hourly pay for native-born workers and legal immigrants is almost twice what it is for illegals. Indeed, the general pattern is illegals compete every job to minimum wage, which chases out everybody else. And in case you're curious, labor costs make up about 25% of meat, with meat packers making up 1/7 of that. There's also truckers, cashiers, shelf stocking. So meat packer wages are about 4% of a pound of beef. In other words, double their wages and you'll pay another 20 cents a pound. In return, of course, we don't have tens of millions living hand-to-mouth on government benefits and then voting to burn the whole thing down. Now, blue collars finally getting decent jobs, decent work conditions, and health insurance sounds like the kind of thing every American would celebrate, especially Democrats being the alleged party of the working man. Of course, given an amnesty to legal votes Democrat at roughly 100%, they will throw millions of working class under the bus to get just one more migrant. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. Trump's immigration crackdown is doing exactly what he promised, reversing the decades-long slide in blue-collar wages that was pulling every rung out of the ladder for the working class and the young. Recent studies have estimated we've only gotten rid of maybe 1 million illegals so far, with north of 10 million to go, meaning 60-year records for blue-collar wages are just the beginning. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.